Hello, family. Pastor Willingham here. I've run across something here in Leviticus 26, verses 3 through 8, that is entitled the vintage blessing. The vintage blessing is the highest blessing that we can get from God, and that what it means is that we maximize our blessing in God. God has already blessed us, and we want to live in a way that we maximize the blessing, and that we go into the vintage area of the blessing. Because again, all of us are blessed in some way. God blessed us from the very beginning of the creation. But again, we study this word, and we get into this word, and we want to become one as much with the word of God as we can, so that we can maximize that blessing and get into, again, that area of that vintage blessing, that the highest level of blessing, like fine wine. There's wine, and then there's wine, the vintage wine, the best quality. And so we want that best quality of blessing. And again, Leviticus 26, verses 3 through 8 read this way here: if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them. Again, God here stressing obedience as a beginning place for us to get into that vintage blessing with him. Then I will give you the rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. And your threshing shall reach into the vintage, and the vintage shall reach into the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread and be full, and dwell safely in your land. And I'll give you peace, God goes on to say here, in the land. And ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword. And so this is what happens when we get into the vintage area of God's blessing. He maximizes our power in every area. He maximizes our fruitfulness and our productivity in every area. He gives us rain in due season. He allows the land to increase and produce. He allows the trees of the field to yield their highest level of fruit. And then he takes your vintage outcome, and then he allows you to sow a vintage, because you're going to have a vintage seed, and he's going to allow you to sow a vintage seed into sowing time that's just going to maximize and increase, and you'll be full, he says, and you'll be safe. And he gives you power and safety over your enemies, and increases your power. And so this is what it means to have that vintage blessing. And I pray that over you today. And if you will, again, take some time to read Leviticus 26, verses 3 through 8. And let's go after that vintage blessing today. God bless you. I thank you for listening. Also, I invite you to subscribe and share this information with people whom you love, whose life you can help change. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.